What's going on YouTube? It's Repulse back in another video. In today's video, this is going to be the start of my BlueCo FM24 multi-club save. As you can see, we got Haven Baldwin here with Strasbourg, and then we got Stu Lenny here with Chelsea. So these are the two teams originally under BlueCo. But I added one more. I know they're looking to expand, and I know Sporting was one of the main options, but I just went for a club in a lower league, and I went for Heerenveen over in the Netherlands. I simulated a full season. Um, Chelsea are in the Europa League, and then the Prem starts in 2 days. Strasbourg they made it to the Champions League. I know in real life they got seventh. So they're waiting on the Coupe de France final to figure out where they are going to be, or if they're going to play Europe or not next season in the Conference League. And then Heerenveen, I don't think, yeah, they're not in any European competition. So Chelsea, obviously, parent club of both. You can see I made affiliates with Heerenveen. Um, there was one with Hamburg, and they might be my fourth club. A little sneak peek. I'm definitely looking to add on to the save. This first episode is gonna be me simulating the first season, and showing y'all the team and stuff. But as you can see, Chelsea's the parent club of both Heerenveen and Strasbourg. But for Heerenveen, their affiliates are also Strasbourg because Strasbourg is also able to send players to Heerenveen. So Chelsea feeds into Strasbourg, Strasbourg feeds into Heerenveen, and if need be, Chelsea feeds into Heerenveen too. And you can see this in this tactic. I did a lot of the transfers off camera. I got Amari Kellyman, Lukovic. He came from Strasbourg. He ran out of contract. Whoa. Yeah, came from Strasbourg. I was gonna loan him out. He ran out of contract. Um, and then signed him. And then Mamegi got for 1 million from Almere City. He's going to be a most likely backup. And then Yoni Gomez, I don't know why he's here twice. Same player, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's odd, but signed for Strasbourg, loaned him out, and then Owen Beck was signed for a free, who's actually a really good player, who ran out of contract. So this is what the tactic looks like. This is he was also from free from Hamburg. Anselmino was signed from Chelsea. I gave them a little bit of a budget just so I could do this. Kendry Páez also loaned out from Chelsea. Tyreek George loaned out from Chelsea. Kellyman from Chelsea. Guiu from Chelsea. Lukovic from uh, Strasbourg, as I just said, and then Eche Ampong and Penders both from Chelsea. Over to Strasbourg since they went to the Champions League. I didn't really do much in terms of signing players from Chelsea. I made Dorde Petrovic um, a full signing because he was on loan there last season, so I just made it permanent for 15 million. I got Singante, a really good center back, for 8.5 from Le Havre. Um, Caligari from I guess he was at Fluminense, but he was at Famalicão in Portugal for 1 million. Signed Detrick Fofana and Kieran Dewsbury Hall, and then I got these three free signings with Luke Thomas maybe playing a little bit. He's a good little left back. Signed Marcus Leonardo and Matthias Sule as two big signings, and then depth midfielder and a depth left winger who has a lot of potential. And then as you can see, most of our outgoings are on loan. And then Chelsea, I got some of the luckiest transfer bids ever. These are all players that went out on loan. But as you can see, Villa, who had Disasi on loan, he was able to go for 15 million. João Felix, I got a big bid for. Same with Raheem and Ben Chilwell. And then a lot of youth talents. Whoa, I did not know Andre Santos went. Oh, that's annoying. I have the money. I'm gonna just buy him back, I think. Sorry, you're seeing this live, but I didn't realize he was out of contract. So here he comes back. Ranto Vega got a bid. Mikhailo Mudryk got a bid. And I think this is my luckiest one. Wesley Fofana, who, holy crap, his value went up a ton, got a 105 million pound bid. But hopefully Andre Santos. That's annoying. I didn't expect his contract to go, so that's a little annoying. I might, cause yeah. Do I just move to my club? Yeah, I'm gonna just do it. I'll give them 35 million. They can be satisfied. They just signed someone for cheap. and or for free and got 35 million. Okay, Sancho gone, Gusto gone. Need to fix the registration. There we go. So now, uh, hold on. This is gonna be some of the wildest stuff you'll see, but I spent a lot. Popovich for a a youth player. He's gonna be on the development list to go out on loan. Cherokee's cheap. Um, that's where he went. Okay, senior senior team. I want Esteval to start for me. Pies I sent out on loan. Sorry, Diamande I signed to be a starting center back since I got that insane bid for Wesley Fofana. Hato, they're linked to it in real life, so I'm gonna have him play as a depth piece both at left back and center back. Solanke was listed for 11 to 12 million, so I decided why not just sign him. Adai, another good player, part of the under 21s for some reason, but I'm gonna move him to Hervien most likely. Oh wait, oh yeah, this is suggested. Okay. I'm gonna move him there. Most likely get first team football there. Martel signed him from Southampton. He had good potential. It looked like, but he went back on loan there. Sousa, I was looking to loan him out as well. Uh, to either actually. I think he could go to Strasbourg and do a job because they need a left back. But it's not letting me. Eric Garcia was listed for 20.5 million, so I made him a depth signing. Ruggieri was signed after I signed Hato, but I figured um, why not let Hato be a center back and just train him in one position and then get Ruggieri. And then Restes is back on loan at Toulouse, but incredible potential for a goalkeeper. We need one, and I think I can implement him after the season. And then Andre Santos, as you just saw, was bought back. Um, so yeah, $428 million. I anticipate them having a busy transfer window, but I don't know if Fofana goes. I don't know. I think Vega goes to Juve, but I don't think I get these type of fees for these players, or they get these type of fees for these players. The Sassy I see going back to Villa. They want him back. And these are two players I signed that went back on loan. But Sousa, I don't want it to be 3 months. Let's cancel that, and then let's go there. Let's see. Let's see if that lets it go through. But the league season is about to start. For everyone. Okay, this is great. Got accepted for all that. Tossin, am I gonna play him? Let's see. He's here, but we have Benoit and Trev. So yeah, I guess I can let him go. Get the money, get the wages off the bill. Sancho can take a spot on the bench. I want Esteval starting over Neto, so I guess Neto can. This team's stacked, and like incredibly stacked. So it's hard to get everyone a position on the bench, but if I just go pick best 11, Rodrigo and Neto come in, but I'd rather Rodrigo off the left, and then give me Esteval. Santos can come in. We don't need Solanke. Okay, so left back. Sorry, I'm trying to make this tactic right now. Don't need Kappa. Hato I'd like over Benoit. And then I guess we do need a keeper, but I like Jorgensen over. Where's Neto? He's at the bench. I think Matt Wake might go to Strasbourg. This is why I love these models, because I'm able to just send players to get game time if they're not getting it. Um, this is conflicting. Do I need Redig? No, Redigi's the striker. I meant Ruggieri. Yeah, I like him. He's a good player. I think he could start over Cucurella, actually. Cucurella is getting a little older. I know he's one of the best Chelsea players in real life, but in the save, I'm going to prioritize the youth. And that's going to see Cucurella leave, actually. And I think that could be the Strasbourg left back that they're looking for. Um, but for the schedule, I simulated to near the start beat Ghent 4-0, I guess, in a Champions League qualifier. But yeah, all these moves are going to come in, and I'll see you after the January transfer window. I'm going to play all of this and catch up with y'all there to show y'all how everything is going. All right, we are back. It's been a long time coming. Played a ton of games, as you can see, and this is for, I mean, each individual club. We've been on a really good run here at Strasbourg. Haven't lost since losing PSG in October. So that's 9 games without losing in Liga. 7 wins, 2 draws in that period, which puts it second, 6 points behind PSG. They have a game in hand, so they can go 9 points clear. Yeah, I think the draws are the things that are killing us in comparison to them. They've only lost 1 game all season. I don't expect to win the league against PSG. They're the best team in the league by far. Not really a competition, but in the Champions League, we haven't really been doing all too bad. We're in 16th. We've won 3, beaten teams that we should beat. Maybe Leipzig is a surprise result. Drew to Galatasaray, which is a little frustrating, but away, not the worst result. And then got absolutely hammered against Marseille, which was a little disappointing. And losing big to Arsenal as well. But as you can see, Emmanuel Omega has been great this season in Liga with the 18 goals, but 30 goals in all competitions. He's been uh, undoubtedly our best player. Unhappy for some. He wants a new deal. We can do this while we're here, actually. Um, let's give you some big money. I'm gonna give you the house because you deserve it. So yeah, no deal for Emmanuel Omega, who, if it lets me show the stats, has 30 goals and 7 assists in 28 games. So that's a great ratio. Sano Drago, who we signed for 5 million from Leipzig, been great. One of the young wonder kids in this game that I love buying. Naipan also been great. Signed him for 7.5 million from Rosenborg, another dude that I love buying. Matthias Sule has been good too. Signing him from Rowan for 20 million, and then I have no idea who this is and why he's up here, but doing well for second team, I guess. That's why he's up here. So yeah, that leaves us in a great spot. Play a team that I don't even think is loaded into the game. From French Guinea. Interesting. So yeah, looking good on the Strasbourg end of things. If we return from vacation at Chelsea, we have the instant result thing. So if oh yeah, played 56 games. So you can see that nothing's really being simulated. Spend a lot of time on vacation. But I play all my games. I think that might be the last season where I simulated all of it. I didn't play any games, so that's a little skewed. But if we look at competitions, top of the table in the Europa League, so looking good there. Just beat Millwall in the FA Cup. I think our last game, yeah, beat Millwall. You can see been on a really good run in the Prem. We started out meh, drawn to Everton, drawn to West Ham, losing to Villa and Leeds and Man United. Um, so yeah, but since then we've turned it around. Only lost 1 game in the last month and a half or so. So yeah, results are looking good. We have Leeds in the Carabao Cup semifinal. In between we have Brighton and West Ham, and then 2 last games in the league phase, but we should go through with the top 8. And then yeah, if we beat Leeds, I will be back for the cup final, which will be sometime in February. I'm guessing in between these 2 games right here. But as you can see, looking good. Yeah, if we look at our top performers, Pedro Neto has been really good in the games that I've seen. 11 and 9, and he's off the bench a lot because I'm trying to play Esteval a ton. He looks good, developing well. Has 9 goals, 4 assists in 30 games. Cole Palmer obviously looks great. Gyökeres needs to do a little better. Hasn't scored as many goals as I anticipated him scoring. so might be in for a striker in the next summer if this doesn't get fixed a little bit. Because I mean, it's not going all too well. Rodrigo hasn't been great all too much either. I mean, the rating's been fine and the assists are good. He's doing really good in the Champions League, but we signed him for 120 million. I'd expect him to do a little bit better than that. If we move over to Hervien, this is one of the better stories. Only lost 2 games, and one of them was a crazy 5-6 loss. Got good results against Ajax and Feyenoord, and beat the teams that we should be, and absolutely smashed AZ Alkmaar and beat PSV Eindhoven 2-0. So it's been a really good start to the season for them. Um, Lukovic, the guy from Strasbourg that we were able to sign on a free, has been great. 14 goals in the league. Kendry Paez also been very, very good with the average match rating. Um, Pretty much all these dudes you see in blue are loaned from Chelsea. I was able to sign Jaden Adai to Chelsea and then move him to Hervien afterward from AZ Alkmaar for 27.5 million. Guiu hasn't really played all that much. Yeah, just one total appearance. Looking to get him involved more, but I really like Lukovic. I think he's someone that can be back at Strasbourg one day. But this dude who's been at Hervien has been really good for us. So yeah, just checking in. I will come back at the end of the transfer window to update y'all if I make any signings or anything like that. But third in the Prem, top of the Europa League, still in the FA Cup, semifinals of the Carabao Cup for Chelsea, for Strasbourg, still in league or second in Liga. I think 16th in the Champions League, so we're pretty safe. 2 more games left. Don't expect us to fall out really. And then Coupe de France hasn't started, but we play a team from the French Guinea. And then, as I just showed you, Hervien third in the Eredivisie, and the Cup did actually start. I believe we played someone in the second round. We played Nordwick, who's not loaded in. I only have the top divisions loaded in. We beat them 4-1, and we play Sparta Rotterdam, and then it's on to the latter stages of the Cup there. So yeah, I will go through the transfer window, update y'all if I make any signings or anything like that. This transfer budget's not right. I just gave him some extra money so I could if need be, I could sign Kellyman, Paez, George, Eche, Ampong, and Penders because I didn't know how quick the affiliate thing would be with the in-game editor. So yeah, I'm not going to use all 110. It might go down to 100 at the very most. With Strasbourg, I've used a decent amount of the money. I'm trying to get Valentin Barco in. I made an offer, and then for Chelsea, um, 203 million because again got insanely lucky with guys like this going out and all this. And I forgot to show this, I think. Yeah, the Rodrigo, Retegui, and Gyökeres deals. They're right there. And then these are the youth prospects that we signed that I forgot to give scholarships to because I was simulating. But if I can intake, no, youth, maybe? No. I don't know. I think it was in December 12th. I guess it's not loaded in. We have a golden generation. That's what I was trying to show y'all. So yeah, that'll be something that's very exciting. I don't know why he hasn't joined yet. Interesting, but um, youth guy that I also offered a contract to after all the trials and stuff like that, but just hasn't joined. I don't know why. FM's being weird. But yeah, I will see y'all after the transfer window's done to update y'all on any new signings that I make. All right, so here we are at the end of the February transfer window. There were minimal moves. There's a couple that I will be able to show y'all. We got Keith Smith from AZ Alkmaar, who we loaned back out right away because they, sorry, asked for him to go back out on loan. And then we also signed a wonder kid, Rini Bargi, who was also loaned back out to Copenhagen. Yeah, he went back out on loan. I don't. The under 21s tripped me up for a second, but yeah, he went back out on loan to Copenhagen. I don't know if we had any outgoings, just loans. Chukwemeka went to Stade Reims. Nani Madueke went out on loan. I wasn't really using him all that much, as well as Malo Gusto to Arsenal. Um, Two good players, but just weren't really finding game time in the team. And Nani has been great at West Ham. He only played one game, but 1 goal, 2 assists there. Looking good. In terms of how we look, we are second in the table, 6 points behind Villa, 2 points behind United with the game in hand, which would be against Liverpool coming up. Um, Topped the league in the Europa League, still in the FA Cup playing West Ham, in the Carabao Cup final, and then runners up in the Community Shield, which is a fake trophy, so it doesn't really matter. Over in Liga, I don't know if any deals. Oh, we got Thiago Santos to be our right back. I liked Caligari, but I don't think he was all that great. Um, so Santos is gonna go there. Um, and then have two of our most important players injured. This one's a short-term injury. This is a long-term injury, and then a suspension for this next game. Um, Strasbourg ended mid-table in the Champions League, so we're able to go through if we win our qualifying legs. And then we were knocked out of the Coupe de France by PSG. Over at Hervienne, it's been good, steady in third for a while. It seems like, um, yeah, we've been there for 7 game weeks after being second for a little bit. Um, but yeah, tied on points with Ajax, and there's a big drop off. But I'm just trying to stay in this top three so I can qualify for the Champions League. And then we are still in the Dutch Cup. I don't know how to pronounce that, but we are against Eindhoven, who are top of the league right now. So that's going to be a tough game. But most of the signings that came here. Um, oh, I don't know if it's gonna. Okay, yeah, it's all this. Jaden Adai came. Oh no, this was. Sorry. Reese Williams came on a free transfer. He was at Liverpool's academy. He was on loan everywhere. Decided to sign him, and then Caleb Wiley for $1 million came, and then Bashir Humphreys for 160,000 came, and then these are all our outgoings in the window. But yeah, all three teams are looking good. Just looking to carry the form. And hopefully win a cup final with Chelsea and get further in the cup with Hervienne. But all three clubs look good right now, and I will be back with y'all to see if Chelsea win the cup. If not, it'll be towards the end of the season with an update to see how the run-in will be. Right, so this is a random stop by, but I completely forgot this was in the works. This was a little impulse of a signing, but we got Victor Osimhen, who's joining us. He had a release clause for 65 million. I thought the deal was too good not to go for, so he or Gyökeres might be our starting striker next year. We also got Samardzic. He was out of contract, so I signed him to a future deal. And I forgot to do this, so I will show you all the statistics for everyone so far. Cole Palmer, our leading scorer, with Gyökeres finally catching up on the goal tally. Esteval looks good. Pedro Neto also looks very good off the bench. Been a really good option for us this season, but trying to give Esteval game time so that he can progress. On the Strasbourg end of things, we were on vacation because the little game isn't for 5 days. But Omega has been great. 38 goals, 12 assists, 50 goal contributions in 34 games. Other players have been really good. Naipan, very good. Sula, good. Odrego, good. And then Hervienne, Jaden Adai, I'm sure is going to be at the top of all this. No, it's Milos Lukovic. I forgot he was here. 20 goals, been really good this season. 26 goals and assists in 25 games. Jaden Adai, 29 in 25. Paez looks good. Tyreek George with a lot of assists. Kellyman is also looking good. And Giyu, who was off the bench in a game, also was able to get his first goal. But sadly, we lost to Eindhoven in the cup. But yeah, I just felt that was a big signing, so I decided to update you all on that. We also signed Ato Ampa from Chelsea, just a youth talent. And then for Strasbourg, we signed, if I can find it, Genesis Ansui. So yeah, those are two deals that went in for those clubs, and then we got Osimhen for Chelsea, which was a big deal. So I figured I'd come back for that. Beat Rennes 4-0 in the meantime. Lost to Liverpool for Chelsea. And for Hervian, I do not. Just lost to Eindhoven. They haven't played yet. So yeah, stopped by. But now I will see y'all near the end of the season or if Chelsea win the Carabao Cup. All right, so here we are at the end of the season. As you can see, Strasbourg finished second, 4 points behind PSG in Liga. They made it through to the Champions League round of 16. We beat Feyenoord in the round of 32 to qualify for the round of 16. And then we also drew PSG in the 10th round after beating someone 19-0. I just can't remember who it was. Where are we? Yeah, CSC, the team from the French Guinea that we saw. So yeah, overall a really good season for Strasbourg. As you can see, Omega got 69 goal contributions in 51 games, which is absurd. Rodrigo, Sula, Naipan were all very good as well as Dewsbury Hall. So yeah, really good season for them. With Hervian, they have their it's gonna want to save, but the last game for them is today. I think we're in second place right now behind Feyenoord, who are champions. Um, if it allows me to go look, yeah. So we secured Champions League qualification. 5 points behind Feyenoord. Um, Lost some games that we should have won against Venlo, and then drew a lot of easy games against like Zwolle and Sparta Rotterdam. But yeah, overall a really good season for us. Yeah, we were at the top for a little bit for 3 weeks, and then dropped points, and that saw us come back down to second, and then we lost a game again. It was these two games right here against Ajax and Venlo that really took us off course for the rest of the season. But last games today, I'll simulate that on this recording. But this is what I want to show you. We made it to the Europa League final. However, as you can see, we didn't make the final of the Carabao Cup. Or, well, we did make the final. Sorry, that was not what I meant to say. We lost to Villa 1-0. Got knocked out by West Ham also 1-0, I believe. Where are we? Yeah, 1-0. But made the Europa League final, and at the final day, we are tied with Villa on 80 points, and our game is against Arsenal. So, I know it's the first season, but I wanted to do a little something which would consist of watching this game with y'all. And yeah, I'm gonna go with my usual lineup. But for this, this is what I do most of the season. I just do this and it automatically simulates. But we are going to go into the final day of the season in the Premier League. Yeah, you win and you win the league. You lose and you most likely don't because Villa play. I don't recall who Villa play. I think it's Leeds. My main concern was actually Man United at first, but they dropped points to Villa. I was hoping it would be a draw, but it didn't end up being that. But a result here would be, league defining. That's all I can really say. Yeah, just hope the highlights don't really go their way, which they do, and they score. Man. Oh, score. Oh. Have to come back 2 down. Villa are still drawing. I think it's Leeds. Oh no, it's Bournemouth. Sorry. Bournemouth are 18th in the league, and they're playing. I think they might. If they draw, they'll stay up. If Leicester lose, you have to go score a goal. You can't. Oh, I just saw a change. Been terrible. What was that change? Whoa, what happened? I saw the league table switch a little bit. I feel like I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Neto, you're coming on. You've been awful. Um, Cherokee on for Paul. We're getting a brand new attack. Maybe Hato can come off. He's a little exhausted. So yeah, keep this out there. Don't tell me they're about to score a goal. Oh, go. Hopefully this very attacking sees a score. Go, go, go. Oh, would have been some finish. Maybe. No, Reece James got to stay out there. That's El Capitano. Maybe. No, Cole's been good this season. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna just do this, or I already took Gyökeres off. It was dumb. I'm just going all guns blazing. Dude, come on. Go get a goal. Oh, please. Please. Why did you try to just lob the keeper there? Oh, Caicedo? That's... Retzky. There you go. Need one more. Need one more. Need one more. Corner. Roger. Yes! Yes! Oh, no way. There's no way that was offside. Give me another highlight. Bournemouth won! Bournemouth won! Bournemouth won! Wait, did we not win it? We're still first. This is gonna be a live result. We did! Bournemouth did win! Yes! Come on. They sent Leicester down in the process, who drew to Everton. Oh, that's league title right there. Move up list of record title winners. Oh, we passed Sunderland. There we go. That's a really good season. Rodrigo had a great game. Hopefully we can get a double. We could have had a treble, but Carabao Cup doesn't really count towards that. But I'm gonna go play the Europa League final, and then I'll see y'all afterwards. I am absolutely buzzing with that league win for Chelsea. All right, so just got done with the Europa League final. It was a crazy game that went to extra time. We ended up winning it 4-2 in extra time. Jadon Sancho scored a goal, and Cole Palmer scored a goal. Jadon Sancho came off the bench to score that goal, but this is why Estevao got injured during the game. Yeah, really, really, really good season. Won Coach of the Year actually, for what happened, but trophy's not here. There will be a trophy here. Did a double with the Prem and the Europa League, but my history maybe. I don't know. Notebook? No. Head coach timeline. Maybe that's it. Yeah, head coach of the year right here. Somehow Robert Sanchez got Golden Glove award. Diamande got Young Player of the Year. So just overall a really really good season for Stu Lenny, who is the coach here. But yeah, really good season. Strasbourg second, Heerenveen second, Chelsea first. Chelsea also winning the Europa League, which is how everything unfolded. So on to the transfer window, where each episode is going to be 2 seasons. So I will be back with y'all to show y'all what happens. Alright, so here we are back at the start of the new season. We went through pretty much the entire transfer window. It ends here after this game against AZ Alkmaar. Um, but there are a lot of moves for Heerenveen. As you can see, I'm rejecting a lot of bench depth, but it starts here. We found, or maybe here.
I think here we found Emmanuel Van de Black, um, and Eto'o for good deals. Chelsea, you could see in the Strasbourg influences everywhere, but our starting midfielder went for 10 million to Law. Um, and then there's a lot of clearing out. Lukovic went to Bournemouth, so we're missing a striker. And Hugo Ekitike, one of my favorite players in real life, was actually really cheap. I know he's valued at 80 million in real life, but I guess he just isn't really panning out in the game. But if we look at his profile, good finishing, good pace, good strength, good stamina, just good overall player. Definitely gonna start at striker for me this season. Van de Black, gonna be a depth piece. As you can see, he has a 5-star potential for us, so he'll be a rotational center half behind Bashir Humphreys and Aaron Encilmino. And then we got Hugo Villegas from Chelsea. 5-star potential. He has loads of potential. He was part of Atletico Madrid, signed for Chelsea, which we'll see in a second. But loaned him out to Herevian to let him develop. And then we got Paulo Barrios for 12.75 million. He was listed by Atletico Madrid, and that was funded by the Owen Beck departure as well as the other departures that we just saw. Um, and then we lost our backup goalkeeper, so we signed Kiani Zagan. Loads of potential, young goalkeeper, so we're looking to just euthanize there. We got Dorgu on loan from Strasbourg, who we signed from Man United for 25 million. Achai Pong from Chelsea on loan. Tyreek George and Adai coming back on loan, and then Penders is going to start at Chelsea this season. So we took Jorgensen, one of the backup goalkeepers, and we signed Keith Smith, which might have been shown to y'all before the end of last season on loan. And then we got Vidovic from Bayern Munich for 1.4 million after he was listed. And then for Strasbourg, not as much activity, I wouldn't say. Um, Antwi and Escordina maybe are the last two or the first two that we made over the summer. But other than that, a lot of players just leaving for freeze, um, going out on loan and stuff like that. But if we move into this season, I signed Naipan to Chelsea, who is an incredible player. Really good for Strasbourg last season. Definitely going to start at Chelsea. And then just a lot of little signings. I was sad to see Junior Mwaga go, but he was just unhappy with the amount of game time he was getting. So I just let him go, and as you can see, there's a lot of Chelsea players on loan. Uh, getting Gusto on loan. I re-signed him to a deal for Chelsea. Popovic, striker with loads of potential on loan because I'm still running that two-striker system. The only tack or tweak is that Madueke is an inside forward on the outside. Um, got Ugo Chukwu on loan to be a depth center mid. As you can see, Dorgu was signed for 25 million. I was anticipating starting him, but I forgot I signed Marcelo Rolón, who is just an incredible talent from Argentina for Defensa y Justicia. So yeah, signed him for 7 million. Got loads of potential. Dorgu's a good player too. I might um make Dorgu a winger, and like if any injury happens to these two, I'll drop them here, put a mega here, and then put wherever he. Oh, I put Dorgu out on loan. I'm dumb. Dorgu is at Herevian, and he's definitely gonna start there and get the game time that he needs. Um, no, this is an advance forward. There we go. Yeah, sorry, Herevian. I think he just might not be in the starting lineup. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, Caleb Wiley's injured, so that I mean, he would start anyway. But yeah, not the greatest when we have two injuries to start the season, and Anselmino not even at full um what was I gonna like full fitness. Sorry, I was messing up my words there, or messing up my words in my head. But yeah, we'll have enough players for a full lineup. There's no worries there. Villegas will just get the start, the 17-year-old. If we move to Chelsea, it's been very busy. As you can see, the starting lineup is pretty similar. Just Naipan entering, because there was a big deal that I needed to show y'all. Uh, Turkey, we signed João Pedro for 65 million. I saw the links to him in real life that came in today, so I decided why not just sign him? I have the money. Neto's still here. Retigi's still here. Kukurea, Pius came back from loan. Zmarjic, we signed for a free, which y'all saw. And then Lavia's still here. But if I show you all the transfer history, Achai Pong went to PSG and then was released. It made no sense, but I signed him back because I wanted him for the project. I think he's someone that will come in and play for us eventually. Um, but if we see here, Navarro from San Lorenzo, he's part of our team, but he's on loan at Notts County. Just loads of potential. Signed for very cheap with 5 million. Villegas, which I showed, Zamarjic, Achai Mpong, Joe Pedro, up to $75 million in the deal, but base of 65. Talis Mango signed for 11.25 million. He had a release clause. He was playing in Brazil. He looked like a really good player, so I thought for that price, why not just sign him? Um, then Antonio Salazar, he came from Club America, and I thought, why not just buy him? He looked like a decent talent, and that's what we're going for in the save is buying the best talents possible and developing them, and that's why I signed Noah Darvish, who is at the under 21s right now, but I think might go out on loan, because he has tons of potential and also a decent amount of current ability right now. If we just look at him, 15 dribbling, 18 flair, 16 technique. He's a really good player. Just not really Chelsea level all that yet, but he will be, I believe, eventually. But if we go here, the first one that you see, Real Madrid came in for Enzo Fernandez. I thought, why not just let him go? He's linked to them in real life, and that's why I signed Rodrigo last season because we were also linked to him in real life, but he might not even be on this page. Yeah, he's right here. Yeah, he was linked to them in real life, so I thought, why not just let him go? Amogu, I know we signed him for a decent amount of money from Saint Etienne in real life, but didn't really have all the potential in the game, so I just let him go. Ollie Harrison went for a free. Uh, a lot of youth talents in Chalaba went for 60 million, which I thought was a really good deal, so I let him go. Gyökeres left for 88 million to Liverpool. They were interested in him. They made a bid, and I thought I'm gonna play Osimhen over him. Might as well let him go. But he's an incredible player. I think he'll be really good at Liverpool. Restes going off to Tottenham for 58 million. I know we signed him last season, but I think Penders is going to be a better keeper than him, so I'm keeping him here. And then two players going off to Notts County. Nicolo Bossman, who's part of our academy, with loads of potential. I think he can develop over there. Just needs to develop the finishing a little bit, and then I think he'll be a good striker. And then Navarro, which was our signing, um, went off 6 days after signing because I placed him on the development list. Shimoika, a lot of loan players. Kempa went for a free. A lot of players going to our affiliate clubs. Eric Garcia and Ruggeri, who was unhappy with game time, actually both of them were left for cheaper deals than their value says, but their value went up after selling them, which is kind of annoying. Gusto and Achampong also on loan to affiliate clubs, and then more loans or cheap deals for players that weren't really in my plans. But yeah, we have the Community Shield today. We have the Super Cup against Real Madrid soon, and then we start our season in the Prem with actually a really tough schedule. With Villa, who almost won the league, Newcastle, who were decent last season, Tottenham, who I mean suck in real life, but whatever. Liverpool, Man City, and then it gets a little easier with Ipswich, Leeds, and Brighton, and then hard again, and then really, really easy right here. I think this is our easiest stretch of games that we're gonna have all season. Um, which means we'll probably end it out very easily. Yeah, I mean, if we don't win the last 8 games, then it's a little bit of a disappointment, but can't really win them all. So yeah, that's the moves that we made during the transfer window. If you want to see the lineups, here they are. Penders come back to start a goalkeeper, and then Esteval keeping his spot because I just love the talent in real life. Um, and then here at Strasbourg, Madueke comes in, Popovic and Gusto come in to start. And then Ugochukwu, another lone player, stays on the bench. With Marcus Leonardo dropping out to give Popovic the game time. And then at Hervien, uh, we just saw, but Villegas starting, but Keith Smith would usually be here, and then Vidovic would usually be here. But due to injury, it'll be like this. But Chelsea, Chelsea, Strasbourg, Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. Just a lot of affiliation to Chelsea. These two players also came from Chelsea. Um, so yeah, that's what the starting lineups are going to look like. The league is starting, and I will catch up with y'all at the end of the January transfer window. All right, so here we are at the end of the January transfer window. As you can see, we're barely past February. I guess February 4th because we have a game in 10 days on Valentine's Day in this scenario. But I guess we'll take you through the signings. Not much happened in terms of Harrivian. Um, yeah, I think Everton was the only move that went out, and that was just a old dude who didn't really play for us. Um, Yeah, I don't think I made any signings for Harrivian in the January transfer window, so it was pretty quiet there. But as you can see, we're second in the league, and we surprisingly made it through the league phase in the Champions League with them. Only lost one game to Liverpool, where it was a big defeat, but drew to the likes of Inter Milan and Man City, and also beat Napoli in the process. So um, I'd say a good run. We play Atletico Madrid. I don't expect us to make it out of that, but um, still in the Dutch Cup, where we're now in the semifinals, which waiting for the draw to happen. Hopefully we get Excelsior, but Twente could be a good draw. I just don't want Ajax to be honest, because they've been on great form in the league and they've been able to spend money. They were the top spenders in the league in the January transfer window. Um, our form has kind of dropped off recently. We had a really good run. Um, I guess Oh yeah, right here is where our run was really good in the Eredivisie. Had 6 straight games of wins, and then lost to Eindhoven pretty heavily, and then drew. But you can't really lose games in this league, or you just go into a massive disadvantage, and that was shown against Ajax. They went 3 points clear of us, and now they are five after we lost to AZ Alkmaar. We have a pretty easy run in. Should beat all these teams. Maybe not Feyenoord, but all these teams right here. Maybe not Eindhoven or Twente, but maybe two or three more losses or draws in the rest of the season. So hopefully we can qualify for the Champions League again. But yeah, in terms of the January transfer window for Hervien, not much moving at all. If we move on to Strasbourg, Nani Madueke just got injured for a very long time. Um, yeah, a little unfortunate because he's been a great player for us. If we look at the statistics, where would he be? 15 and 16 in 31 games, so goal contribution a game basically. From that right wing position. Um, yeah, Omega's been great again, wanted by big clubs, but I think I'm gonna try my hardest to keep him or move him to Chelsea at the end of the season. But definitely been our best player for 2 years in a row. 31 goals and 10 assists in the league last season with 69 goal contributions in all games. But yeah, if we look at the transfer history, there was not much. I don't recall. Tiago Dantas left. He was unhappy with the game time. Went to Braga over in Portugal. Um, Pretty cheap deals, some loan deals in there. Um, we got Rui Silva, who is going to be a starting center half for us. As you can see, 5-star potential. Got him for a lot cheaper than his value says. Has come in and played right away. I think someone that can be a really good player for us. Got him for $15 million, up to 18, and then got Mohamed Manje, who's part of Strasbourg too, but a youth talent who I anticipate being a good player in the future if he's able to progress. Um, Other than that, I don't know. I can't recall if y'all have seen this or not, but Fatikanti, yeah, no, y'all have seen that. Manje, I haven't seen. Maybe y'all haven't seen this. I have no idea. Um, but yeah, $1 million for just a depth piece. Plays some games for us in like the cup games and stuff like that. But again, not much movement on the Strasbourg end of things and on the Chelsea end of, or more to say about Strasbourg if we go to the competitions. Finished third, got absolutely hammered by AC Milan and lost to Benfica. Um, but smashed PSG, Bayer Leverkusen. Two great results. Had some pretty easy games that we should have won that we did win. Good goal difference. Still in the Coupe de France where we play Toulouse, which I think is a good draw for us. I guess PSG were knocked out. Where would they be knocked out? Still not here. 10th? Paris FC. Where's PSG? Um, did I skip over them? Is this no? That's the other Paris FC.
Um, we all come in the 10th. Are they just not here? Huh. Ninth? Oh no, we did play in the ninth round. Maybe we all came in the ninth round. Sorry, I'm just looking for PSG because it seems like they had to have lost. Not here. They they lost to Paris FC 2-0, and we won 15-0 against a team that is in France, but I don't know what league they're in. But yeah, that's absurd. Um, had a pretty easy draw up till now. Played Angers, who's maybe a League Two team now. No, they're still in Liga. Um, as you can, if you might be able to hear now, it's absolutely pouring outside. But yeah, in the competition, still in the Coupe de France, qualified for the round of 16 in the Champions League, and then Marseille have had an incredible season alongside us. They actually lost to us, but are better in terms of goal difference. We lost to Lorient and drew to Lorient, who's our bogey team, I guess. But yeah, it's gonna come down to the wire. PSG is kind of out the running. They lost to both us, Marseille, and Monaco, and then drew a ton of games that they shouldn't have. So that's how Liga is standing right now, and how Strasbourg is looking, which is really promising. And then for Chelsea, we uh, made it to the finals of the Carabao Cup. Arsenal still have to play Birmingham City in their second leg. Won the Community Shield, which doesn't really matter. The FA Cup play QPR, our London rivals, in the fifth round after beating Tottenham in the fourth in a replay. Lost in the Super Cup to Real Madrid in a crazy game. Um, Qualified second in the Champions League, only lost to Roma, I believe, and then drew to. Who'd we drew to? Um, Real Madrid at home, 1-1. But in the Prem, been first for a very, very long time. Have a game in hand and also 3 points clear, but we just lost to Liverpool and also lost to Aston Villa, so our form's kind of dropped off. But um, as you can see, we've had an incredible run all season, especially here, just not losing any games in December until midway through January. Um, but yeah, we look a great side. Cole Palmer with 51 goal contributions, he's been immense, and that's the rest of the team. Naipan has stepped in nicely at that advanced playmaker spot. But if we look at our transfer business, we did not do much. Um, got Carl Schligerman finally. Um, but yeah, didn't do much in terms of the incomings. I don't think we did anything actually. That y'all haven't seen. But in terms of the outgoings, uh, the big one is Redigi went out on loan with the option to buy, which was like 84 million, and considering his value, I thought that was too good of a price to pass up on. So I accepted it. Simon Leonard, a youth talent, went off to Fulham, who has loads of potential, but I have a buyback clause for about 70 million there. And then Darvish went to Fortuna Dusseldorf out in Germany on loan. So yeah, that is the roundup of how the January transfer window went for us. As you can see, Nani is injured out on loan. Um, but I did make two signings actually. I don't know where they went. Um, they yeah, I made two signings. Maybe it's because they're 17 and 18, but I did make two signings if I can find them. No, not Aaron Farrar. Um, I signed someone and sent them back out on loan. Let's see. Can I go age maybe? Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe it's a signing that's for the future. Okay, yeah, they're joining in the future. Sorry, I thought it would pop up already on there, but Inaki Garmienda, I think we've seen that one already. But Jamal Chablis, um, striker from second PSG, but looks like he had loads of potential when I saw him. 15 finishing, 15 dribbling, 16 acceleration, 13 pace. I think could be a decent striker in the future. And Miles Butler looks
an absolutely incredible player. 16 finishing, 16 dribbling, 18 natural fitness. Yeah, just looks like a really good striker, and he's coming in uh, after being sent out on. Well, he's coming in and being sent back right straight back on loan to Freiburg, but two signings for the future definitely Shabili will be loaned out next season. Garmienda as well. Doesn't look as furnished as Miles Butler does, but yeah, those are three youthful signings that we are making for the future. Um, but yeah, that's the January transfer window roundup. Just in summary, Chelsea sit top, playing the round of 16, still in the FA Cup, final of the Carabao Cup. Strasbourg second in the league, joint top, third in the Champions League, still in the Coupe de France quarterfinals. Herenveen still in the semifinals of the Dutch Cup, play in the knockout playoff legs in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid, and then 5 points behind Ajax in second in the Eredivisie. So yeah, I will see y'all at the end of the season to show y'all how everything ends up going. Alright, so we're back right before the end of the season, but we just had a major development, and I thought that it'd be best if I came back and showed y'all what has been happening. For Chelsea, you can see we're still top. We had pretty bad form. I don't want y'all to see the bottom, but yeah, we lost 3 out of 4 games in the Prem. Right there, picked it up a little bit, but if we go to competitions, we are in the final of the Champions League. We're in the final of the FA Cup. Almost could have done a quadruple, but we lost to Arsenal. But it's the Carabao Cup. I don't really mind at all. Um, Played Newcastle in the FA Cup. Madrid in the final of the Champions League, and if we beat um, Sheffield United, then we should be champions just due to goal difference. If City win their game in hand and win another game, they'll be um, on 81 points. But if we beat Sheffield United, we'll be on 84, and we have like 30 more goals in them. So even if we lose on the final day, it wouldn't really matter. And I think I'm going to rotate my squad on that day. But another major development is over here with Strasbourg. Um, as you can see, we're still in second, but we have a game in hand, and this is why. They already played their game for this weekend. They played Monaco, and they lost 2-1. Vanderson may have just won us the title for Strasbourg. We lost to Real Madrid in the quarterfinals of the Champions League and Toulouse in the quarterfinals of the Coupe de France. Um, but we have a chance to take the league, and I'm hopeful that we do. We play Lyon, and then we play Nice, I think, away. Yeah, in the league, and we also beat PSG twice this season. We beat them here 4-1. I guess we beat them 3 times because we beat them 6-2 in the Champions League as well. But to start the season, we also beat them 3-2 in a close game. Um, for Herenveen, a little disappointing end to the season. Um, Lost to Atletico Madrid in the knockout playoff rounds. Lost to Ajax in the final of the Dutch Cup, which was unfortunate, and also second in the league, but I think something to build on. And if we win today, then we should be in the clear for qualification for the Champions League next season, which I think is a big achievement. Um, so yeah, we'll see if we can beat Lyon, and then we'll do a final match day watch along. So I will pause this recording for the time being, and then I will be back when it is time for the final games of the season. Alright, so here we go. Today is the day to see if we can win the title. I expect us to. We play Sheffield United. I'm also not going to play my full strength 11, which may sound dumb to y'all, but we play in a FA Cup final soon, so I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. Gonna go pretty conservative here. Diamande and James and Penders can start. Alright, so this is gonna be the lineup that we choose. Sorry, I had to go for a second, so my recording paused, so kind of forgot where I left off, but I rotated the squad a little bit, especially the front six. Kukure and Badiashile, also a little bit of rotation. Yeah, so hopefully we win. This will be the game that wins us the Premier League. Not technically, but I mean,
Yeah, our goal advantage means that we basically guarantee it. Where's my key highlights? Okay, Cucurella with the ball down the left. Cherky, he hasn't played that much this season, but glad to see him get on the score sheet. Been a really good depth piece for us. I expect us to win this game because Sheffield have been relegated already. But um, if y'all want to know how to do a multi-club series, go to Clayton's channel. He's who I got the idea from. He did his. It's a lot better. He had like a spineless series. He made his own energy drink company. Um, I'm just carrying out the BlueCo regime because I'm a Chelsea fan. But if you want to see how to do it, he explains it in his first video on his YouTube channel, Clates. I'll leave it down in the description as we go 3-0 up. This is pretty much wrapped up. Glad to see us win the league title. Um, but yeah, Clates has everything you need, so credit to him. He gave me this idea to start this series. Um, and I'm looking for it to go a little longer because what I really want is for the team to be completely new gen. I want new gen Wonder Kids because I feel it's a little predictable to see who you're going to sign when it's current gen players or players that are just already in the game instead of like talents that come through youth academies and stuff like that. So that's really what I envision for the series. I envision it going 5 episodes, 10 seasons down the road, maybe even longer than that. And I expect us to have another club maybe leave like a Haravian behind and take in another club and rebuild them too. Um, but yeah, that's just what I envision for the series. I envision it going far, especially if y'all support it. If y'all like the series, please just continue to like the videos. And yeah, if y'all do, then I'll know to keep making these videos because it does take a long time to record and edit. Um, but it is an enjoyable process because I really do enjoy the series. So I feel for me it's worth it because I'm personally enjoying what I'm doing. Um, but let's see. What if we do a Caicedo at right back? Because that's what he does sometimes in real life. Or we can just do this here. Yeah, that's how we'll end the season off. Um, but yeah, I really do enjoy playing Football Manager. I enjoy recording these things, seeing how players progress and all that stuff, and how my teams perform in the league. Um, so yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It did take a while to record. It take multiple days, just because it's so much to get through 3 different clubs at once. But it is an enjoyable process, so it's not something that I'm just gonna give up on. Um, so yeah, I really do enjoy recording this, and if y'all enjoyed watching it, please leave it a like, and I'll know to continue this series. And if you have any recommendations on who the next club should be that I add, please leave it down in the comment section, and whatever the top comment will be, as long as the club has a blue logo in their name, and I'd say try to make it a developmental team, like a Haravian in a lower league, like the Portuguese, Belgian, something, or Scottish leagues. Something like that, I think would be a fun adventure to add on to and give these Chelsea and Strasbourg players out on loan to. Um, but it seems like we're wrapping up the end of this game. We're absolutely dominating them. Um, so it should be the league title in our hands. And yeah, I'll come back for the Champions League final. I don't think the trophy lift will be this game because we technically haven't won it. But yeah, that's the Premier League wrapped up. Even though the last kick of a game is a goal for them. Um, yeah, good game overall. Pretty much seals the title for us. As you can see, we're 6 points clear. They have a game in hand, but there's only one game left in the season, and we have 36 more goals in them. And it means that pretty much our starting 11 should be fit for the FA Cup final. Sorry, I was blanking on it. If we do this, this, and this, as you can see, everyone's pretty much fully fit, and Reece James and Diamande will get fully fit in the next 3 days. So, uh, I will see y'all for the UCL final or maybe the final day of Liga to see if Strasbourg can win the league there too.
Because if we go to Strasbourg, we are on vacation because we're trying to get to the next game. Um, we drew. We drew to Lyon, but again, goal difference has us out in front, tied on points going into the final day. We're away to Nice, and then Marseille are away to Montpellier. So, two teams similar in terms of table, but points show that it's not really all that similar. Um, so I expect Marseille to win, but if we win, I think we should be comfortable in winning the league. So yeah, I will see y'all then, I guess. All right, so we are here at the final day of the Liga season, but we have actually two games to watch today. Sano Rodrigo got Player of the Year for Germany, beating Matthias Tell, who went back to Bayern Munich from Tottenham, I believe. Yeah, I guess they didn't make that a permanent deal. Um, was great for us this season. As you can see, 47 goal contributions as a midfielder. I think great overall contribution. Um, and now we have the FA Cup final as well versus Newcastle today. So it'll be one of those things where. Oh, did City lose? Oh, City did lose. So I guess we were crowned champions in that last game. Um, yeah, nice to know that we don't even have to lose by 36 goals on the final day, I guess. But here we are, FA Cup final time. Um, see if we can win it. I think we could. And that means that the treble is still on. The fans deserve this trophy. That's what we'll say. But our form's been great since losing those 3 games in the Prem out of 4. Um, and now we just gotta wait. Hopefully, the first highlight is coming to us. But yeah, I think we've built a really strong squad. Oh, can't hit the post. Something you just can't do right there. But yeah, I think we built a really strong squad. Might look for a younger striker. And maybe moving on from Reece James, even though that's the last thing I want to do in real life. 27 and 28, I want to keep everyone under 25 or sign them lower than 25. I know Reece James kind of fits that mold in a sense because he's been at Chelsea since he was 19. First big talent, or not first big talent, but like one of our big talents in the squad today. Um, and there he is giving the ball to Esteval to Rodrigo, and that could have been such a nice goal, but is that still Nick Pope? Nope, that is not Nick Pope. Oh, Isaac with the goal. That's annoying. Um, um, so I may have accidentally given the wrong team talk at halftime, but yeah, down 1-0, a little disappointing. Um, really need a goal here. It shows that we should be winning this game by a wide margin, but just haven't really been. Oh, someone needs to score. Okay, please, Esteval. Reese, thanks. Oh, everything is so close, but the keeper's just been immense today. They they literally already have a back 5 in place, and they're just sitting back. Who is this dude? Sign him from Benfica? Did Nick Pope get hurt or something? Alright, I think it might be time that we need changes to come in. Dude, but we've been absolutely dominating this game. We'll do this. We'll play some wide center backs on defend, and then he can be our libero on defend. But yeah, we need to start. Oh, I thought that was a goal. No, thank you. Go get a goal, come on. Our XG can't be this high and we just throw away a treble. Alright, let's put Pedro. Actually, no, let's put. Rodrigo's been awful. Osimhen's been awful. Hato can come off. That's 4 out of 5. Who else? I don't want to take Cole off. Maybe no. Esteval might have to come off. And we do a Pius here, Cole there. We'll try that. Highlight? Is that? Oh, I thought that was a pin. There we go. Oh, that's pretty much it, I believe. Mm, pretty much ramping up all the tempo, seeing if we can get a highlight, but I think this is it. That's annoying. We lose the FA Cup final. That was a really bad performance. Really should have won that game. Um, hopefully that. Okay, he'll miss the game. No biggie. Um, hopefully that doesn't show bad fortune for Strasbourg in their game. Sorry for being a little quiet, but I was just trying to dial in with my tactical genius there. As y'all saw, it didn't really work. But here we go, final match day with Strasbourg. Can they lift the spirits up of today and win the league? Chelsea, we still have the Champions League final to look forward to, and the double is still a great season, regardless of whether or not we were in the final or not, or deserve to win or not. And we have an injury straight away, but good thing one of our best bench players is Marcus Leonardo, who was great for us in the first season. Yeah, desperately need a goal though. Oh, key highlights. Great. I did key highlights right as soon as they scored a goal. That's fantastic news. Just not our day, I guess. Really not. And Marseille score. There's no way the season ends like this. I'm already doing it. I mean, I have to. There we go. There we go. Need a goal. Are we about to let them score? Thank you. There we go. Good build up. Roland, our left back signing. We need to score. And now this game is very back and forth. We desperately need it, and that's a dude. We are panicking. Giving the ball away cheaply, just not playing our game. Just give the ball straight. There we go. Go score. Go score. Put it in the box. There you go. Need one more. One more and you win the title. That's all they got to think about. I'm going all guns blazing here. Been on very attacking since the 30th minute. They just need a goal. Tell me you can count. Oh, thank you. That was a highlight. Come on, you don't have time to waste. You're about to let them counter for a goal, aren't you? Whew. Substitutes: Rolone for Thomas, Nanasi for Sula. Omega's been pretty bad, so has Leonardo though. Put Detro Fofana on. Pereira maybe? No. Habib Diarra. That's gonna be our 5. We'll go in. definitely need to nope, not mid block. We need to just stay up. Definitely need to distribute quickly. Okay, we have a highlight. Please go score. That was off the post. Do we have another opportunity? Oh, dude, we're about to lose the title on a final day, aren't we? Go score a winner. That would be so. We didn't do it. We lost, or we didn't even lose. We just threw away the title on the final day to Marseille. That's strikers hurt. Doesn't really matter. Um, Definitely disappointed with how that ended. Have one more prem game, and then the UCL final, which I will see y'all back for. All right, so here we are at the Champions League final. Sorry, I forgot to show the lineup screen, but it is the normal lineup. No changes here. Osimhen, Rodrigo, Palmer, Esteval, Naipan, Caicedo, Hato, Cole, Diamante, James, and Pender start for us. And then likely impact subs are going to be Cherky, João Pedro, Neto. João Pedro, Neto. Sorry, that got me for a sec. Santos, and then maybe Latvia if we need to shut the game down. Yeah, biggest game of the season for us, undoubtedly. See if we can win the third Champions League in Chelsea's history. Obviously, we won one with Havertz scoring against Man City in 2021, and that is the worst start I could have ever asked for. They just scored within a minute, 5 minutes. 1-1 in 2012. No, 2012, not 2012. 2012 against Bayern Munich in their own backyard. Drogba's header. Sure, a lot of y'all remember that. Greatest night in our club's history, but this is not looking like it. It looks like I forgot Enzo's on that team, and that's 2-0. Well, what we have life. Straight from the kickoff, Naipan with the goal, and there's life back. Rodrigo against his old club. Goes long. Beautiful stuff. Need to be more clinical. That's what I'm seeing. Our XG is amazing in all these games, but we're just not scoring the goals. We get to halftime. Need a much better display. Just more clinical, really. Hopefully we can find our equalizer here, but we don't. James to Esteval, Esteval to Palmer, Esteval. There we go. 2-2. Came back from the dead against Real Madrid at their own game. Pretty much at their home ground in the Champions League final. I mean, they just don't seem to lose these things. But it seems like we're outperforming them. Their 2 shots on goal are their 2 shots on target are 2 goals, which is just absolutely awful. There's their third. Finally, don't have one as a goal. Caicedo to Esteval, and he gets picked off right away. Mbappe's doing his thing. Jeez. Do we make changes? Rodrigo's not playing well at all, nor is Hato. So we'll go Cherky there, and we'll go Cucurella there. Penders is having a bad game too. Esteval's been our best player. Need a goal desperately. That doesn't seem like we'll get one. It's unfortunate. Could have been a treble-winning season. Looks like it's just going to be one trophy at the end of the day. Hopefully we can get a goal near the end of this game. Doesn't. Oh. Or are they getting a goal? They're getting the goal. I can already feel it. It's Real Madrid. They don't lose these things. I was hoping maybe we could beat them, but yeah. Disallowed? Is there life? 5 minutes? No highlights. Yeah. Wait. Yes! Cole Palmer! To extra time we go. Oh, wow. Um, okay. We have plenty of changes to make now, too. Uh, Esteval's been great, but I think he needs to come off. Um, Other than that, I don't know. I don't want to take Caicedo off. Uh, can Neto take a penalty? 11? Who am I taking off for him? Esteval. What's his? 10? Okay. Rodrigo's taken off already. He has 13, but I think Cherky could be fine. 10. Osimhen can take a penalty. Palmer, we know, can take a penalty. Naipan, 8. Can Santos take a penalty? 8 as well. So, what about Pi? Pi is, yep, that's what we're doing. We're putting Pias right there at the advanced playmaker spot. Caicedo, need him. Maybe another center half to come on, but we don't have any. That's the concern. Cucurella was our only one. Definitely should have put Badiashile. Oh, glad I put Badiashile on the bench. Cole can come off. And that's how we'll start extra time with 3 changes. Yeah, they're knackered too, but I think they're going to be playing for penalties as well. But, oh, Palmer almost just did the unthinkable. Oh, this is such a tight game. I think it's going to come down to penalties at the end of the day, though. I think both teams are. You're telling me Bellingham was on the bench? What type of. No. Oh. Just got to encourage them. There we go. If they can see out this half, maybe they can see out the next half. Yeah, I don't expect it. Oh, no. Yes. Osimhen to Neto. Neto running down the flank. Goal! Goal Palmer! That's 4-3. Oh, no. And it's 4-4. What a save. What a save. We might have done it. We may have came back against Real Madrid and won. Oh, no. Paez, just shoot. Our young boy from Ecuador has just sealed the Champions League final for us. What a game. 5-3. This is like the Super Cup where they won 6-3. Oh no, about to be 5-4. But he's offside, and it doesn't matter. This game is over. We have won the Champions League against Real Madrid. What a result. What a game. There we are, about to go lift our 3rd Champions League trophy in our history. Penders with the crucial role. Cole Palmer should win the Ballon d'Or. Reece James, Club Capitano, about to lift the trophy for Chelsea. And there you go. That is our 3rd Champions League in our club's history, our first under BlueCo. Yeah, what what a game. That's all I can really say. And that pretty much concludes our first episode. That's the probably best way to end it. Would have loved for there to be uh some trebles. That's what I meant. A treble in there, but didn't come to be. We'll see in the next episode if Cole Palmer does end up getting his Ballon d'Or. Incredible stats. I mean, uh, Continental. This is the Champions League. He had 21 goal contributions in there. I mean, just an absurd season. Yeah, pretty much the best way to end it. If we go to my profile and go to my history, yeah, 3 awards: Head Coach of the Year, Coach of the Month, won the Community Shield. If we go to the timeline, I think this is a little better. Champions League triumph and Premier League success. That's what we get. Yeah, what a what a great season. Would have liked to win the league with Strasbourg, but
if we're talking about parent club, this is what a parent club should be doing. Um, reached the final in every single competition, just didn't win three of them. Won three, lost three, but Community Shield I don't really count as one. But at the end of the day, this is what mattered, and this is what we won. Um, if we go to club info, I guess history, we'll have our third one placed up there. If I just click this button, and here we go, it should be up there. Um, number 3, number 7, and number 8 have been achieved. Yeah, just great, great season. Um, hopefully we'll have some more money to spend in the next transfer window. It says 111, and I assume some of this will carry over. Um, and we have these guys coming in to go out on loan. But again, thank y'all so much for watching. I'll definitely have another episode posted in a couple days because this does take a while to record and all that stuff. But it is a really enjoyable experience. Thank you again to Clates for giving me this idea to start this series. If y'all did enjoy the video, please like and be sure to subscribe and leave a comment of who you think the next club should be. And I will take that into account because I think maybe going into Season 3 or going in from Season 3 to Season 4, there will be a fourth club added to this BlueCo resume. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. It's Repulse, and I'm out. Peace.